See, this is what we get for booing the Canadian national anthem. What's up, everybody? TN Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I am continuing my coverage of the Nashville Predators. But first and foremost, where have I been? I know that it has been a while since I have been on here. I think the last Preds reaction that I did was for the Ducks game. So after that, I'll give you all like a little timeline of just like what's been like going on. So after the Ducks game was the Vancouver game. So I watched that. I was filming it. I wasn't feeling too great. Like my throat was kind of groggy and my head was hurting. Normally, even if I'm just hurting like a tad bit, like sometimes I always try to like push through that. So I was like, hey, you know what, like it's no big deal. Then the following day, I had a fever of 100. It was not good. And I was just not feeling good like at all. So I wrote a little post on my channel saying just basically like, hey fans, like basically that's like I'm not feeling great. So I'm just gonna try to heal up, which, you know, like it did kind of bum me out to not cover like the Sabres game and like the Canucks game as well. But I had to get myself healed, you know, like for me, it's always quality over quantity, and like I never want to force myself to put out like a video, especially if I'm not feeling great. So sorry that I have been out. I'm feeling much better now, and you know, good thing. And so after it was getting toward like Monday, me and my dad, I announced it might have been the Ducks video or a video like before that one, but I announced that me and my dad, we got tickets to the Preds and Sens game. So by Monday, I was feeling better. So thankfully, I was able to go and I was able to go and enjoy that game, even though that we lost, which I will get into all of that. So as far as this reaction goes, I'm probably not going to talk too much about stats. I have a few, but I'm probably not going to talk about them, mainly because like when I'm at like a live game, I want to get the most out of that experience. So it'll still be like a good video. It was still a great time though. I got like tons of merch. Including this Pred shirt right here of Steven Stamkos, which I don't know if you'll be able to see him. I don't know. Let me turn around. There we go. Just a tad. And I also got this little plush right here of Roman Josi, our captain. You know what? It kind of looks like me. A little bit, as far as like the facial hair goes. But yeah, so I was doing that. It was a great time again, even though that we lost. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and dive right in. So yeah, Preds lose to the Sens 5-2. 5-2. Now coming into this game right here, we have two teams right here, the Preds and the Sens, on two completely different trends. The Predators have lost 4 straight coming into this game right here. The Sens, however, they won their last 4. So you have a team that's really hot and a team that's really cold coming into Smashville. My perspective was that eventually we will get to that point and we will play a game where we will be so mad that we're just so sick of losing that we will just beat the crap out of any opponent that we face, even if it's a good team like the Sens are. So this first period, so again, not much stats, but just I did take some small notes here. So first period, So Michael McCarron and Brady Tkachuk, they were chipping at each other, man. Like I thought we were gonna drop some gloves. We came close throughout this game right here. But yeah, Brady and Michael were just battling. And in this first period, for me personally, I thought we had just one too many turnovers in our own zone than what I would have liked. Jonathan Marchessault, he had that nice sniper shot, which was I think like the second shot of the game. So all right. So here's what's something crazy. So about 7 minutes in, I want to say Saros, he went way outside of like the net to play a puck. And actually, I remember when me and my dad we went to go see the Predators play the Kraken, and I remember Saros, he did something similar, but it ended up with a goal. So I was worried. I was sick. I was like, Saros, just stay home, brother. I know you want to play on it, but just stay there, okay? Thankfully, nothing came from it. So toward the end of the first, things got pretty crazy, more crazy than they already were. So, during it was probably like a commercial break, but during like during a certain point, they were playing a Rocky Top, which like that was awesome to hear. But then Roman Yossi, my boy, he got a penalty for holding. But then they continued to play it. And I don't know, like I had such like mixed feelings because like I love Rocky Top, I love hearing it, and like I never get tired of it. But Roman's going to the penalty box, so it's like, what do you do there? So Sens initially they take advantage of this opportunity. So all right. So going through this, like in my mind, so at first the refs they said it was no. Sorry, like they said it was no goal. It was no goal. So they reviewed it, and so they like take a while, and then they're finally like, all right. So after video review, it is goaltender interference, no goal. So then we're all like, yeah, but then, oh my gosh. But then Green, the Sens head coach, he has his coach's challenge, so he challenges that one. So now they have to go back and look at the same play they just said no to. So they're reviewing that. And so during all of this, the fans of Bridgestone were just absolutely awesome. So they were playing "Let It Be" by the Beatles. And so fans, they had their phones out with like their flashlights, and they were like, "Let it be." And so my dad, who was sitting to my right, he told me, he was like, "Why are they playing that song?" And I'm like, "Oh, let it be, let the call stand." Like that's brilliant, man. That's so funny. So then now the refs they came back, and then you know what? It was like the same call. It is no goal. So finally we get to the second period. So Predators were on the penalty kill to start the second, and so there was this moment when Brady Shea, he had a good clear, and there was a fan, very nice gentleman to my left. He said, "That's the way, Shea," and I go, "That's genius." That's genius. That's the way, Shea. You know what? Hopefully that gentleman didn't trademark that because like I'm gonna use it now. That's the way, Shea. Like when he said that, like in the moment, I was like, "That's brilliant!" Like, why did I come up with that? Darn it! Like, I mean, like, man, like, I felt like an idiot just in that moment. Like, that's such a great thing. And so things get even better for us when Philip Forsberg he scores, baby. And yeah, just like great feed from Roman Yossi to set it up, and then Forsberg, which is so Forsberg again, he had that great finish, and then of course the fans of Bridgestone, we we did our classic goalie chants. We were like Forsberg, Forsberg, and I posted this on my story, like us doing that, and you know what? Like, I wanted to make sure that we were talking about Anton and not Phil. So I was just like, yeah, like we're talking about Anton here, not like Philip Forsberg, just to confirm that. Anton Forsberg sucks. All right. But what also sucks is that the Sens, they come back here. So Sens, they score 2 goals, which that really like bummed me out. And so toward the end of the second, um, Hamonic, he gets called for holding. And so there was this fan behind me, which, like, by the way, side note. So me and my dad, we were sitting in section 318, which is near, which is near 320. So if you ever have the chance to go to a Preds game, and like you have the chance to sit at a 320 or like near it, like do it. Like the fans up there are just so just like fun, and all right. So like the fan behind me, he was like, bye. He was like a bye, Felicia. And I was going, that's hilarious. Like those fans, man. Like those fans are the best, man. Preds fans, I would put our fans up with like some of the best, most dedicated fans in the entire league. In the entire league. And maybe in like all of sports. Because like fans are still showing out. They show such like they were like so hilarious as well. So yeah, like that was a great moment as well. So third period, he was another great moment right here. So Jonathan Marchessault, he scores on the power play. So now we have some momentum, but I'm not sure what was up with these refs. Like early on, it didn't feel like a lot of penalties were being called through like the first 2 periods. So I guess the refs, they wanted to keep that trend going in the third period, even though there could have been a ton of penalties. These Sens, man, they took advantage. They were just bashing us and hooking us. There was a one play where LaRue, I think Zach got called for tripping in this third period. So like that kind of bummed me out. But then Chabot came over, and he like put his arm around Zach's neck, and I'm going like, dude, like what are you doing, dude? Like the play's over, you animal. Good night. So Sens, it was I think their third goal where like they really did a good job of like spreading out Soros. And so again, so I was sitting in like 318, so I could really see what was going on in like our zone. In the Sens, again, they did a great job of just spreading out Soros, and they scored. And then there was another goal where just crazy turn of events right here, where like I forget who it was who had a breakaway, but someone had a breakaway for us. It might have been Nyquist. I'm not sure. I was getting pretty mad after what happened here. So, we go to the net. Dude gets like our guy. Hopefully it was Nyquist. He got just hit in the back and he fell down. Refs did not call it. Then they score on the other end of the ice. And the fans they rained down the booze. It was so loud. And a few fans were like, yeah, like we cannot beat the refs. It is just an absolute common thing in sports. Hopefully we won't see this in the Super Bowl. Because like I was thinking about that just a little bit. And not just because of like the bad refs, but the fact that the Sens also wear red. So I was like, yo, like this better not happen in the Super Bowl. But anyway, coming back. Sens scored 2 more goals. They get the empty netter. And they beat us 5-2. Yeah, that really like bums me out. Again, like I would have loved to see my boys win, but you know, like we have experienced losses. But still, like we had a fun time. It was a great time in Nashville, and actually, like I'm going back to Bridgestone for Monday Night Raw with Steven. So like like that will cheer up my spirits absolutely. Yeet. And also, fans, speaking of Steven, the newest episode of Gridiron Chat is out right now. If you want to see that episode, click the links in the description. You can check it out here on YouTube, on Spotify Podcasters, and Player FM. Again, links are in the description. But coming back to us. there could have been a sliver. I think there was a sliver of hope for Preds fans to make the playoffs. But that ship has sailed. It has sailed because of just streaks like this, where we lose 4 straight, 5 straight. And this was supposed to be the time where we face, our schedule was supposed to be easier as far as, the teams that we played. I mentioned the grind that we were in, playing the Canes, the Wild, the Jets, the Knights, the Capitals, great teams. But now our schedule is getting, a little easier with, the Sabres. So we also lost to. Sorry. Ugh. And then we lost to Vancouver. And now the Sens, which that kind of bums me out. So, you know what? Maybe it was a reverse thing where we play worse against teams that, in terms of the standings, are not very good because we let our guard down. When we had to play Vegas or the Jets or any teams like that, we had to keep our play up because we knew the threat that those teams had. Other teams here, the Sabres and the Ducks, they don't present that. But maybe that's what did us in, was the fact that maybe we underestimated the Sens in this game right here. So it stinks, but it is what it is. But yeah, so fans, I'm really thrilled to be back doing my videos. So yeah, good to be back again. Hopefully, in the near future, I will be talking about wins. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, click that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And a honey salute to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Go Preds!